BPM Supreme has been a leader in the DJ record pool industry for some time. Now they've launched BPM Create to help producers. I'm going to go into it and show you a little bit about it and what I did with it. Here we go. Alright, it's Cypher from the Lighthouse, and today we're looking at BPM Create. I had the opportunity to dive into this before the launch, and I went ahead and made a production. I'm going to go through a little bit about my process and what I thought about it and share with you what I made, and you can check it out. So basically, with any good track, step one is building your library of samples or whatever it might be, VSTs. So in this situation, I spent the night before downloading a whole bunch of samples off of BPM Create. I went through a whole bunch of different genres and labels. It's pretty easily laid out, it's pretty intuitive, nothing complex there. It ranges, I went through a whole bunch of different library packs, new deep house, deep hip hop, modern hip hop, raw drums, minimal trap, future tempo, melodic house, list goes on and on. And I take, cherry pick my little sounds off of there that I think are unique, because I don't want to download the whole pack and just kind of have it sound like everyone else. A lot of these packs are kind of like deconstructed songs. So if you wanted to take like, the drums, loops, and bass lines and some of these melodic elements, put it all together, it would probably just create a full track all in the same key and sound great. And that's great if you just have like a riff or a melody that you want to throw down and you just don't have the foundation. For me, I want to create something from scratch. So I went around and just picked a little thing here and there, and then that meant I made the track. Here I'm showing N19 samplers that I'm using in Reason, and the sequencer here, and basically it's like an 8-bar loop that I just turned into something bigger. No big deal, just knocked it out in a few hours. And I used my Novation Launch Key Mini just to kind of chop around some of the pitches of the samples, just to make it a little more unique. Pretty simple stuff. During the process, I was using my Mackie V-Class 212s, the SRMs. They're flat response, and I've been using them for a little bit for other stuff, but not production, so I put them to the test. They worked perfectly in terms of giving me true sound. I kept referencing between my 3 monitors, and I loved having the 212s here because, obviously you can't demo your tracks out at clubs anymore, so having these in the studio gave me that like big venue feeling, and they sounded great. I have a really detailed ear when it comes to hearing true sound, what I want to hear from my DAW, and I was getting that same response. So good job with the Mackie SRM V-Class 212s in the studio. Really fun in studio wedges. Anyway, so then we go on to laying the vocals. So I didn't originally intend to rap over this, but I started writing some lyrics, and then I thought, well, I might as well record them and let's see what happens. And then I was like, oh, that actually kind of works. So that's kind of how music is made half the time, right? Random inspiration. So went ahead and recorded the sample, the vocals, and here's a little bit of that.
Look, Raj told me drop a beat on the beta, not a rap but effort, bass bites like a gator. Now you can smell me later like an after vapor hater. I'm fly like the red eye past the bison to your Terminator. Make the verb wet, I'm a seminator, crushing numbers on my skills. I'll push your buttons like a calculator, rap faster than an arpeggiator. Come a simulator, cross the fader, push the gains with like an escalator or an elevator. It don't matter if I'm sober, if I'm faded, I'm articulate, my frequency's steady regulated. I'm dedicated, I'm meditated, I'm medicated, I can box heavy or featherweighted. And the size of the fight in this dog is mean. Hustle all night so I can be BPM Supreme. My cuts are sharp and my kitchen clean. Your flow is B squad and my product is A-team.
Alright, then I figured, to top it off, the holy trinity between production and MCing, let's add a little DJing in there. So I gave it some DJ flair, threw a couple scratches in and stuff like that, just to give it a little more, organic, not as like constructed feel, and it was kind of fun too. So went ahead and used the Roland DJ 808. It's always my, favorite controller to go to, and just chopped it up real quick and threw it in there, and that was good to go. And then to post edit, go ahead and put that back into Propellerhead Reason and layered it in, made it sound all juicy and good. I'm going to talk about what was the review of BPM Create. Very easy to use, fast to download. I like that you can look at your download history, because obviously sometimes you're looking for a sample that you bought and then you're like, well, where did it go? Always do that. A couple edits that I think they could do, they could probably add a volume bar so that you can control the playback of those samples, because if you're someone like me who has my audio to one level but then I like browsers at a different level because I'm multitasking, and I've submitted that comment. I think that brings me to the point that this is going to be a great platform if the community gets involved. They're going to rely on DJs and artists and producers to participate in this and give them the feedback to help them customize and design it, to just improve it, and increase the workflow for everybody. The cool thing is instead of buying an entire pack to get one sound or one synth or something, you can just cherry pick, here. And it's kind of like more like you would for a standard record pool. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to be continuing to use it. If you want to also try it out, I have a coupon code below. Go ahead and give it a go. And if you found this video helpful and you like the track, subscribe, because I'll be doing something crazy and different and new every time about something that's releasing or something going on. So thanks guys. Hope you liked the video.
We